Most YouTubers don't fail because the content is bad. They fail because no one clicks on them. Or worse, people click and then leave in the first few seconds. And the frustrating part? Most creators never really understand why. Hi, I'm Adam, and welcome to The Feed Critic. This channel exists for one reason: to help creators understand how viewers actually behave on YouTube. Because once you understand that, you stop guessing. You stop chasing random advice and you start making decisions that will actually help you grow your channel. If you've ever uploaded a video that you have really believed in and it didn't perform well, then you're not the only one. It happens to almost every creator at some point. And it's rarely because the content is bad. Most of the time, the viewer simply never had a strong enough reason to click on it in the first place. And that is the part that we need to understand. Because your video can only do its job after someone clicks on it. And that click is a split-second decision. If we don't understand how viewers make that decision, we're relying on luck. And let's be honest, luck isn't a growth strategy. When someone opens YouTube, they're faced with a wall of content. Dozens of videos all competing for your attention at the same time. And in that moment, the viewer isn't analysing your editing. They're not thinking about how hard you worked on the video. They're simply asking themselves one question: is this worth my time right now? And they answer that question by looking at just two things: your thumbnail and your title. Those two things decide everything. Not complicated graphics, not clever wordplay, not thumbnails trying to show 5 ideas at once. A thumbnail's job is clarity. One clear idea almost always outperforms a complicated design. Because if a viewer can understand your video instantly, they're far more likely to click. But let's say you get the click, and that's a great win. Now the challenge changes, because the viewer lands on your video and immediately asks, is this what I expected? And they decide that really quickly, usually within the first 5 to 15 seconds. Not because the content isn't good enough, but because the start of the video didn't connect with the promise fast enough. Slow intros will lose people, repeating the title loses people, and a long backstory before giving them their promise will lose people. Switching topics doesn't help either. When I review channels, I look very closely at those opening seconds, and I ask one simple question: has this video delivered on the promise yet? And if the answer is no, that's usually where I expect the retention to drop. That's why this channel exists. Not to criticise creators, not to point out flaws for entertainment, but to help you understand how viewers actually interact with your content. Because once you understand how viewers make decisions, the platform becomes much more predictable. You stop guessing and you start making intentional choices that will improve your videos. And here's how we're going to do that. On this channel, we'll review channels from creators of all sizes, but we'll also look at some of the biggest and most successful YouTube creators. Not to copy them, not to compare ourselves to them, but to learn from what they do really well. Because the biggest creators on the platform did not get there by accident. They understand something very important: how viewers think, how they decide to click, how they stay watching, and how to keep retention from start to end. So we'll break down their thumbnails, their titles, their hooks, their structure, and all the small decisions they make to make their videos work. Then we'll apply those same principles to the channels we look at. Because the goal isn't just to analyse YouTube, it's to help understand it. So you can take away what works and apply it to your own content. Whenever I review a channel, I focus on 5 key areas. These are the things that matter most if you want to grow. The first thing we'll always look at is channel clarity. When someone lands on your channel, they should instantly know what it's about. Clear channels grow faster because viewers know what to expect. Second thing we'll look at is thumbnails and titles. This is your first impression, your one chance to stop the scroll. I look for clarity, emotional impact, and in making sure that the promise is being made. Small improvements here can make a huge difference. Third is retention. This tells us what's happening in the video, where viewers leave and where they stay engaged, and where the structure might be losing them a little bit. Often small changes in the opening of the video can dramatically improve your retention. Fourth is about production quality. This isn't about expensive equipment, it's about clarity, clear sound, clear lighting, stable framing. Remove the distractions so viewers can focus on your message. And finally, number 5, the one big fix. This is my favourite part, finding the one change that will make the biggest difference to you right now. Not a complicated rebuild, just one targeted improvement that will move the needle. Even though this video isn't a full review, I want to leave you with something useful right now. And it's this. Your first 15 seconds must deliver on the promise of your thumbnail and title. If you improve just that one thing, you'll often see better retention long before you need to spend any money on new equipment or redesigning your channel. If you want to understand how viewers think, why they click, why they leave, and how to improve your channel with real viewer behaviour, then you're in the right place. Subscribe to follow along as we break down real channels, real videos, and real strategies that can help creators grow. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to click the like button. My name's Adam, and this was The Feed Critic.